Alright, so welcome guys to another stream. I know I just did a stream about Commander 4. I have got to tell you the story of General Hawkins. Halo, General Hawkins. So, General Hawkins was a general turned into a scientist. Then he injected himself with venom. He became a super flood. Now, the lore is that Isaac Commander killed him a long time ago, but that's not what happened. You see, around this time, General Hawkins was a good guy at first. And on a flood planet, he extracted some DNA. This planet had all kinds of sorts of stuff. I mean, it was bad. And the interesting part about this is it wasn't just what you would think before. It was extremely extraordinary. Like he took and sampled DNA from this. It was DNA that got extracted. And this is what it sounded like. I'm playing my voice, but you'll see it when you'll see what he said. Alright, we need to move him fast. We need to move him fast. What do you mean, sir? Get the DNA and let's get out of here. Understood. On a flood planet, sir? That's right. Did I stutter? No, sir. No, sir, you do not. We've got it. Let's go. Damn, the flood are here. That sucks. We have to get the hell out of here now. We need to move. Come on. Alright, so in that demotion, the flood captured General Hawkins. Well, didn't capture him, almost captured him. As they took off, the flood leader, one of the flood leaders, hit the side of the Pelican, causing it to have a misfracture. Well, the tentacles that the flood spores that was on top of that ship had stayed there through space and survived through space somehow. Well, when they got back to the ship got infected by the flood, by the spores, and it took off, and they came to the creatures, these flood creatures, and everything. And it almost looked like giant spiders, and they're on the ship, and they were going through trying to kill everything, kill each other, but the entire ship got infected, including the vehicles. Turned them into these tanks of the flood. Well, because of this, General Hawkins took the serum that he didn't know at the time would turn into a super flood. He wanted to become a super soldier to kill all the flood on the ship. Well, that didn't happen. After he injected himself with the flood, thinking he was going to be a super soldier, he became super flood. He became like the super warrior tank type of guy. And then he commanded all the rest to attack the planet KDR, 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 KDR. It's weird. But yeah, it's KDR. And they went to the planet and infected it and took it out. All killed, infected everybody, and it became a flood infected thing. And now in space and this planet, they're connected to feed on. Well, General Green sent a group of people to investigate. He never heard back from them again. And this is 2757 that this has taken place. So now he sends Isaac Commander. And Isaac Commander, at the time, Warda was still warrior. So Warda could still fight. He still had the peace. He's like, okay, I know how to do this. Let's go there. I'll take a team Isaac Commander. You take a team Isaac Commander. And we'll go different places. Well, when they got there, Warda went to the ship, taking his crew in there because Warda had a sword and a shield. He couldn't be infected. Isaac Commander went to the planet of KDR, and he couldn't be infected because of his crystal. Everybody died except Isaac Commander and Warda. And they found General Hawkins, the super flood. They've seen the video of what happened, of him turning himself into this monster. Isaac Commander couldn't believe it. Warda, the strange thing about Warda is he couldn't kill the super flood, known as General Hawkins. He couldn't do it. So what ended up happening was he blew the ship up to pieces. Warda set a bomb. Superflood tried to hit him, and when Warda hit him, it was like a big tank to another tank. What happens when they just move a little bit? And it nudged him. Warda set a nuke off in the ship, causing everybody to die, including General Hawkins. Well, Isaac Commander had to the Covenant. Well, not the Covenant, but Isaac Commander had to nuke KDR, killing everything off. Not blowing up the planet, just killing all the food. Alright. So, once Isaac Commander was done, what ended up happening was they got back. General Green sent in another ship. And Warda came out after it was all destroyed. Warda came out second. Isaac Commander came out first. And they came out together. And lo and behold, they went back to base. So here's the real story of what happened with the shield. A piece of flood spore got into Warda's suit. Started transforming it into this big, hideous flood thing super suit. And he got into it and just changed it to pieces. Warda, seeing a suit like this, couldn't believe it. So he tried to contain it by destroying it. That didn't work. Somehow the flood was strong enough to outmaneuver without, because the Spartan didn't have a shield on and no suit on. Well, Isaac Commander didn't had his suit infected too. Both suits were infected. Isaac Commander, not knowing what happened, took it to General Greens, and Nuclear Green had to set a nuke off. Now, it wasn't going to kill Isaac Commander, but it was definitely going to hurt. And it wasn't going to kill Warder, but it was definitely going to hurt Warder too. At the time, his name was Sergeant Captain Commander Warder. He was the Supreme Commander as well. Well, after the nukes went off, it didn't destroy. It destroyed one of the suits, but the other one still was intact. And it was like a super flood suit, another tank. Finally, Isaac Commander had to call in support from the Covenant. The Covenant had to nuke the suit. Once done, it would be destroyed. But that didn't happen. The suit was too strong. Guess whose suit it was? It was Warda's. It wasn't Isaac Commander's, but it was Warda's. Warda's suit was too strong. Nothing could destroy, not even a powerful nuke from the Covenant. Everybody had to evacuate. Sorry. Evacuate. Fuck it. I'm just gonna say it like this. Everybody had to get off the planet and fast. Well, they did. The Covenant nuked the planet completely of the core and destroying the planet to pieces. It still, even in space, still didn't kill Warda the super suit flood. Instead, the pieces, they became intelligent, and he could the floods, so the super flood suit, super flood survived it instead. Yeah, it survived it. So it built its own base and everything. Its own base of food. So, where is it now? Isaac Commander had put on a brand new suit. They had to leave that space area and go to another planet. Nobody knows, and nobody has been back there since 27,034. 27,000 34 billion years. And now, after all this time, they're finally going back. And that's going to be in the game. That's going to be in the game called General Hawkins. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's going to be juicy. And it's going to be for Gates of Hell. That's right. It's going to be for Gates of Hell. I'm creating the mod for Gates of Hell, and it's going to be juicy. Alright, so I'm going to get started.